Good morning. I'm so glad to see everyone here today with this funny weather we're having. Good morning again, and welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Gail Verdi, one of the licensed practitioners in this center. Thank you again for joining me live or on the LoveStream for this meditation. Let's prepare ourselves. Get comfortable in your seat. Straighten your spine in order to allow the energy to flow up and down freely. Place your feet firmly on the floor. Place your hands on your lap, palms up, so as to receive energy. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath going in and out. Should you be distracted at any time, focus again on your breath. Feel the air moving through you, filling your lungs and leaving through your nostrils. Please do that a couple of times or until you feel yourself relaxing. Allow the roots from the bottom of your feet to anchor you and allow them to travel to the center of the earth. You are now connected to Mother Earth. Her benevolent energy moves through your feet to your legs, thighs, buttocks. It reaches your abdomen, shining like the northern star at your navel. You notice that there is a gorgeous sun above your head. Its brilliance is penetrating your head. It travels through to your eyes, throat, heart, and solar plexus until it reaches your navel. At that point, it joins with the bright star that is there. These two lights merge together and spread to your extremities. Your body, heart, and soul are glowing from the inside outward, forming a sphere all around you. You remain in that sphere, absorbing all of the unconditional love being delivered to you until you hear my voice again. You are now overflowing with love and peace from the divine. You carry these feelings with you from this day forward. It's now time to come back to the sanctuary. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your hands and feet. Slowly open your eyes and look around the room. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the seat of your chair under your body. The following is my favorite Sanskrit prayer. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom for all. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. Life seems jolly rotten, well, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. Some things in life feel bad, and that can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't stumble, take a whistle. Laugh out loud, it's your life, woo! And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. 'Cause life begins with truth and ends with truth the same, so why not be consistent in between? Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your life now, sing out loud. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Please, research.
Nice whistling.
I just had to show off my whistle. Thank you, beautiful music makers. Aren't they just the way to start your morning? Yeah. Welcome, everybody. I'm Reverend Marjorie Contenti. I'm one of the staff ministers here at the center, and it's my great pleasure to be leading the service this morning. So, welcome everybody online. If you're out there staying safe and warm, not out in the snow this morning, please know you're very welcome. We are a full-on community here in the sanctuary and wherever you are around the world. So as we begin this morning, I just want to remind us all that we are a faith community that welcomes and that respects and honors all faiths, all faith communities. So wherever you have come from in your belief system that has brought you here, we honor that. We know that there are as many ways to believe as there are people on the planet. So know that you are welcome here. We have a teaching here, but we don't have a dogma. So you don't have to believe every word of everything that you hear here, although I am going to speak gold this morning, so that will work for you. But we all have our own unique and wonderful take on how life works. So the point here is we want us to think. We're not going to tell you how to think, but we are going to encourage you to think. Think about life. Think about you. Think about how life unfolds for you and how you can live in a more conscious and effective way. So, notice all the faith symbols here. I love the laser pointer. This is ours, the symbol that is, the Spirit descending into the way that we use it and all the way down into the body of our affairs so that we live from the inside out and that our life reflects this knowing, this knowledge that each of us is Spirit itself. And all the other faith traditions that you may practice or may have come from. Oh, and I'd also make sure I welcome the newcomers. So if there's anybody here for the first time, either online or here in the sanctuary, please know that you are welcome. Many of the faces in here are familiar, but I haven't seen anybody brand new this morning. Any newcomers that want to just give me a wave? We won't embarrass you or anything. So know that you're very welcome here. And I'd like to reintroduce Elevation. Start without.
Hello. You gotta accentuate the positive. You can stand up if you want. Eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum. Bring gloom down to the minimum. The pandemonium is liable to rise upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do back when everything looked so dark? Man, they said you better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In-Between. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do back when everything looked so dark? Man, they said you better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. One more time. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. Woo!
I anticipated a cue there that, but I'm back. So we have some exciting events coming up, and we do the announcements first, and it's sort of like we want to get them out of the way, but in a way, they actually are this community, right? They are what we do together. So I think they are sacred in their own way. So, change your thinking, change your life. I'm going to invite Reverend Leslie McNamara. I just wanted to say that. Invite Reverend Leslie up here to tell you a little bit about the class that she has starting coming up Mondays.
Good morning, everyone. How many of us some days get up and we just feel like we're trudging the road to happy destiny? So what this class is about is it's change your thinking, change your life. Okay, right, that's easy, Leslie, no problem. But I did change my thinking. I said I don't like dill pickles, I like bread and butter pickles. And my life didn't change. But that's not what really this is about. This course is about offering you a few spiritual tools in our spiritual toolkit that we can adopt. And once we put them into action, guess what happens? Our life starts to change. So how come I can offer you this information? Well, quite a few years ago now, I was a single mother on welfare for about 7 years. And I changed my life completely from that. I dropped out of high school, so lots of stories that we go on. And I'm not the only one here that has stories. But one of the things I want you to know is that this is an extraordinary way to pick up those tools and act upon them and make a life you love to live. And that's what I decided quite a few years ago, that I wanted to design a life I love to live. And today, I'm living that life. It's fantastic. So if you want to have an opportunity to get together with other like-minded people and learn some tools, spiritual tools in a little kit, and then you will also discover a few of the potential roadblocks that are in our way, because I know there was a lot of things in my past that was haunting my present. And I got rid of those and moved forward from that. They don't disappear, but they sure go way down deep in the background. So I invite you to come out with me. We're on Monday nights, 6:30 to 9. It's $25 a session. It's the best $25 a session you're going to spend. I can guarantee that your life will not be the same. Absolutely guarantee it will not be the same at the end of the 5 weeks. So I invite you to come out and join me on this adventure that I love to design and live. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. If you've ever taken a class from Leslie, you'll know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't, it's a treat. Leslie brings all of this energy and enthusiasm and background and knowledge and experience to her classes, so I know it will be a wonderful class for everyone that is there. Also, Lance informed me that the $165, if that feels a little bit steep to you, to pay at once, you are welcome to pay in 2 installments. You can pay that at the bookstore today if you like, or you can pay online and give yourself a gift if you are so called. Prosperity Plus 3 that Dr. Pat will be facilitating online only starts Tuesdays, April 14th, so this week. 6:30 to 9. She guarantees that it's going to increase your prosperity and your awareness of abundance. I took this class quite a number of years after I'd been in the teaching, and it did change my life. It really bumped things up, really increased my awareness, my feeling of life supports me in every way. So this isn't just about money. It's definitely about increasing your awareness, your feeling of your life working well for you. It is a tithing class, so you pay initially the $40 registration and the $39 for the materials, and then you will be requested to tithe throughout. But Dr. Pat offers that money back guarantee. If you don't feel the class has changed your life, she will return that tithe to you. So again, wonderful way to really increase your capacity for living your best life. You can email that transfer payment to office@calgarycsl.org. New Member Sunday, April 19th, next week, during our Sunday celebration. So we have a number of new members, And so please, if you're a new member since the last AGM, which was almost this time last year, please feel free to come and be recognized by our community. Let us a little bit more formally welcome you. It's always a wonderful way to bring in the new members in a meaningful way. So please join us for that. The annual general meeting is Sunday, April the 26th at 12:15 p.m. So we leave the sanctuary, let it get set up, and we come back in. You can hear about the successes we've had from the past year. You'll hear about plans for the future. You'll have an opportunity to elect new board members. There are 4 positions that are being filled. If you can't attend, please fill out your proxy. So you would have been sent that, I think, by email. And so use the proxy. Someone else can exercise your vote here in the meeting. So it's not done online, but if you fill out the proxy, someone else can do that for you. And there's a community potluck following the AGM, and the sign-up is in the lobby for that potluck. Ongoing groups. So here we go. There are a number. Karaoke choir meets every Sunday after the service, and so you're welcome to join that. We can hear them from out there when we're doing classes and doing workshops, and they sound like they're having good fun. Monday meditations happens at 6:30 Mountain Time. You're welcome to join. It's brief. It's just a little opportunity to just reconnect with yourself. You're welcome to that. Wednesday coffee with Dr. Pat, noon. They also, I am told, often have lots of fun. So that's good. Saging Circle on Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. to noon. And the in-person grief support circle, which happens this Wednesday. It's the first and third Wednesday each month. It's in person, unless the weather really, does a Calgary twist and is really awful, in which case an email will be sent to everybody who's registered, and we do it online. But mostly it's here, first and third Wednesdays, 6:30 to 8. I've been attending that and really getting lots of value from it. And they will tell you that it's not just about having lost a loved person. It may also be another kind of loss in your life, a job, a relationship. Whatever you are grieving over is honored in that circle. So you can find all the information in the newsletter or on the website. I'd like to invite the ministers and practitioners, please, to join me. And as they come up, this is the spiritual branch or group of your community that holds the high watch. We've all trained for years to interpret this teaching in our own lives, to live it, and to be here for you as you make your way in living a life that you love. So, and after the service, these people hang out under the skylights at the back. If you feel like you'd like a little support in your life, whether things are going well and you just want a little boost, or you're struggling with something, please feel free to just connect with one of them, and they'd be happy to find a private corner and just treat for you for, it doesn't take very long, maybe 15 minutes, and just give you that extra support if that appeals to you. So now I'd like to just have us move into Amy delivering a chant, and Gail will be delivering the spiritual mind treatment.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light. Love reflecting love. I'm one with the divine. I am peace expressing heaven bright. I am light reflecting light.
There is one universe, one infinite intelligence. It's present everywhere, in everything, in everyone. It is perfect, whole, and complete. It is infinite. It knows no boundaries or borders. And I am one in this universe. It is in me. We combine together as one. What is true for me is also true for everyone. I am perfect, whole, and complete. I am at peace day and night. With each step I take, the divine fills me with compassion, empathy, joy, and love. And as I release these words into the action of the law, I know they will be fulfilled. And together we affirm, and so it is, so it is.
Love reflecting love. I am one with the divine. I am peace expressing heaven bright. I am light reflecting light.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Gail. Beautiful. Thank you. As Pat says, my beloveds. Oh, that's what we just did. And before I reintroduce this incredible band, I want to mention something speaking of sacredness or sacred ground, 41 of you have given your feedback about what we should do with the property next door. So it's lived a life as an urban garden, and it was a beautiful thing as it lived that, and now it's ready to be reinvented. That committee is meeting today after the service. They are taking your input, and they will be using that. That's one of the first things they'll do is look at that input and decide how they want to reinvent that space. So thank you for making that contribution if you did that. And now I would like to reintroduce this incredible band. So Steph Chapman, Luis Tovar, Lisa Jacobs, I got all the names right. I'm like Dr. Pat lately. I hope she's not watching. And our wonderful musical director, oh God, Amy Bishop.
Forget your trouble.
Happy day.
Come on, get happy.
Here again.
You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah.
Sing a
Come
song.
on, get
Here
happy.
again.
Get ready for a bright new day. The sun is shining.
Together.
Come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah.
Tell the world.
And just get
about it now.
happy.
Happy
We're
day.
going
Are
to the
you
promised
again?
land. We're headed across the river. Soon your cares will all be gone.
There'll be no more from now on.
From now on, forget your troubles and just get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Oh, shout
Lisa there on the guitar. Huh?
Nice work, y'all. So cool. Do you mind hitting the mic?
I do.
And once again, they bring the house down. Just when you think they can't get any better, they surprise us. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you, Luis. Thanks. Pardon me? Nicely done. And it's just right. So what are you laughing at? I have 4 brothers, so that was a question in our house. What are you laughing at? So good morning. First, I want you to applaud in a moment my courage for talking about humor when I'm taking over the podium from Dr. Pat, who is like, right? Who delivers a joke better than Dr. Pat? Amy, who's not here this very second, but is like a stand-up comedian in her other persona. We have the 2024 Canadian Laughter Champion in the audience, Sharon Falconer. So give me applause for my courage in talking about humor. Yay! Thank you, thank you. So earlier this week, I was in my building. I live in a condo building a little west of town, the west of downtown. And Brian Copping, that some of you know from the center, used to come to the center a lot. Brian lives in my building. So we were in the hallway, catching each other in the hallway, and Brian said to me, "Can I borrow your talk title?" He said, "I'm creating a blog, and I'd like to use, what are you laughing at?" I said, "Well, of course, sure." So then we get chatting, and so he get chatting, and he gets his phone out, and he says, "Watch this." So he gets on there into the AI program that he uses, and he talks into it for not just 2 sentences, AI do this. He goes yapping away about a blog. So create a blog with this and that and using my voice and yada, yada, yada. And it spits out a 5-point, bullet point blog that is like, oh my God. And I used AI way back when it was new, during the pandemic-ish, and you had to be quite literal with it. And those of you who are using it know this already. The rest of you, it's like, oh my God. It's like, yeah. So then he says, do you want some help with your talk? And I said, well, maybe. He said, watch this. So again, he speaks into the phone for a couple of minutes. Well, no, a minute. And use Reverend Marjorie's voice. You'll find her work online, blah, and it spits out a talk I could have delivered today. I mean, seriously, this talk it made some points I hadn't thought of. I'm thinking, what? I thought you were using my voice. I'm not delivering that talk today, but I did steal bits of it. So the reason I tell you that story is because I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. And that's what the news is like these days for me. Sometimes I don't know whether to laugh or cry. So I could think, as I have been thinking about AI, oh my God, it's going to take over the world. All kinds of wonderful people are going to lose their jobs, and people think it's a person. So that's been my rant about AI. But I also saw the possibility, oh my goodness, look what this thing can do. In spiritually conscious hands, this can be a wonderful tool to enhance our lives. So am I looking, from the cup half empty, the cup half full kind of thing, right? So, and I also was not lost on me the absurdity of writing a talk about consciousness in words generated by an algorithm, right? I mean, sometimes you just have to laugh at this stuff because the alternative is to live in fear. So, that ability to see the humor or the irony, the absurdity in a situation comes from our inner being, doesn't it? It comes from that discerning mind that we all have, where we can see the background and the ins and outs and the potential of various things we're looking at in the world. We're conscious. We can stand back, we can observe, and we can make choices about how we want to look at life. So will I see the world as a scary place? Am I going to see the boogeyman in AI or in anything else that I look at? Or will I say to myself, and or out loud, will I say, oh, nothing's safe anymore. The world is out of control. Anybody here found themselves saying or thinking anything like that in the last little while? Come on, fess up. I know you're very one hand went up, yay. Oh, 2 hands. So sometimes with the barrage of news and with all the things that appear to be happening in the world, it can be tempting to fall into that feeling of, oh my gosh, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. That's a nice old expression from my family. Or do I want to choose the alternative? That is to see the world through a different lens. Why not see the world through a lens of joy and humor? Why not see the silliness, the fun in the different things that are happening in the world instead of the lens of doom and gloom? And so that's what I'm going to be talking about today, is choosing that outlook of joy that quickly shows us the humor is not in the event, it's not in the words, it's in you and it's in me. That joy wants to happen. It wants to come out in you. It wants to fight its way through all the negative news and all the negative messages you may be giving yourself. It wants to bubble up and have its way with you. So I'm going to talk about that today. And choosing that outlook of joy really is a personal thing. Why is it that some people find something funny and the next person doesn't find that thing funny? We all have our own individual takes, right? We're all expressing life in our own perfect and unique way, even though we are one. So does anybody in here know anyone who doesn't seem to find anything funny? Huh? Maybe you're that person. So I used to work with a person I could only spend small amounts of time with because they could turn anything into a negative. After about 15 minutes with them, I wanted to hang myself. Until I learned to observe the absurdity in that consistently negative outlook. I chose to just lighten my thinking up to see that, not to judge them, not to put them down for where they were in their life. Bless them. But I could see how it was almost funny. It really was kind of funny, the way everything I would say would get turned into a negative. So I used to play with that. I used to try to say one more positive thing, one more positive thing. And once in a while, I'd get through. Once in a while, that we would leave the conversation on a positive note, but mostly not. But my point is how my colleague and I each saw the world of teaching. We're both teaching at SAIT, how we saw the students, the material, the marking load, the job conditions, how we saw that. Our entire interpretation of everything was in each one of us. Same situation, but we could see it I could see it as life is good. These people are here to transform their lives. And every student is a sacred presence in my classroom. And my colleague friend could see it as life is a B. Life is tough, and then you die. So, all in the beholder, right? All in how we look, how we think, how we see things. Ernest Holmes saw this clearly. Oh, I have to show you that, yeah. So in addition to writing my talk, Brian put this in an AI thing. And he said, I said, did you have them put that expression on my face? He said, well, I'm not sure. but it is your photo. It's a photo of you. I've never seen that room before. I think it's a made-up room. The podium, what's that symbol? My name is on there. We don't have... You have to laugh, right? Anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. So Ernest Holmes said, we're born to be happy, to be abundantly supplied with every good thing, to have fun in living. Good thought, eh? And what he said is to have fun in living, not to have fun as a response to living. That was from AI. That was its idea. It's not in response to living, it's to have fun in living. It's to have that fun in living, come from the inside of us and make its way out. So what if joy were not the effect of good circumstances, but the natural state we keep forgetting to return to? Right? What if? What if laughter doesn't always need a reason? Sharon can tell you that. Sharon can get rooms full of people laughing for no good reason other than we choose it. So in these times we're living in, doesn't it sometimes feel, though, like we're on a runaway train and it's kind of hard to access the joy? So picture an old-fashioned steam engine train, and you've got, somebody shoveling coal into the furnace to make the train go. And you've got all these potential sources of fuel. So you could fill it with facts and evidence. You could fill it with personal history, world history, news headlines, or you could fill it with love and joy. You could fill it with peace and power. So what are you shoveling into your furnace? History, facts, news headlines, or are you using love and joy as a primary fuel to drive your train? Good, huh? That wasn't AI, that was me. And there are many other ways to fuel your train of life with joy, to look for and to enjoy humor, to cultivate a greater expression of joy, of fun. And I'm just going to talk about a few of those now. First, we can make jokes at our own expense. So I don't know what your family is like, but my family, we love to use inside jokes and stories at our own expense, family stories. So here's, I don't know if you can read this. I'm craving something fatty and unhealthy, and the cat says, the only thing in the house like that is you. There you go. I thought that was pretty good. So a quick story from my own family. My brother Brian used to work as a paver, and he was a raker man. So he was the guy you see out there in the asphalt, hot asphalt with a rake and making the surface perfect so that when the roller came over it, you didn't have any lumps and bumps. And we all appreciate that when we're driving on the roads later. So one night, this a number of years ago when we all still drank in my family, we do a little now, but not like we used to. So Brian had a few drinks, and Brian said, you know what? He said, I'm the best raker man in Calgary. And we know my brother Brian is pretty picky. He's very good at what he does. So we thought, well, yeah. Not only that, he says, you know what? I'm the best raker man in Canada. And we're still with him. Then he says, I'm the best raker man in the world. And we were all, yes, you are. So now, of course, at numerous family gatherings, when Brian's trying to tell us something, might even be serious, he's expounding on something, we'll say, well, we have to accept that because after all, he's the best raker man in the world. So that's the kind of thing, right? Does your family do that? You get some of these little inside jokes, right? And we do that anyway. We carry them on, sometimes for years and years and years. So that's one way, using those family inside jokes. And beyond the family that we were born into, we're all part of not our nuclear family, but beyond that, we're part of a human family, aren't we? We're all in this together. So we're all in on the joke that life is serious, beautiful, orderly. It's also chaotic, funny, absurd. Life is messy. And so can we find a way, each of us, find our own way to bring a little more light, a little more love to that world, this world that we're living in and sharing. The Science of Mind magazine, April 5th, had a reading. It's too long to share here. But the premise of it was the person woke up in the morning and they, first of all, looked in the mirror and recognized their own light. Then when they met their family over the breakfast table, they shared some light. And then when they went to work, they shared some light. And then when they were in online meetings, they shared some light. And as they did that, the light came back to them. Right? And I love that image of us choosing to be light, to bring that energy of joy, that energy of life is good, rather than getting stuck in that doom and gloom. And every encounter is an opportunity to generate that. Another way that we can awaken our joy that's already in us, but allow it to come out, is social media. You didn't see that coming, did you? No. Social media. So Monday night, I spent about one and a half hours scrolling in Blue Sky, which my partner and I call Blue Ski because some politician in the U.S. said something Blue Ski, and so we call it Blue Ski. So Blue Sky. We're sharing it. I was looking in there, and often when I do that, I get into the doom scrolling, and I leave feeling like, oh my God, look at this world. It's craziness is happening. But instead what I found were laughs, dad jokes, and funny stuff. So let me share a bit of that with you. I asked the surgeons if I could administer my own anesthetic. They said, go ahead, knock yourself out. I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know. I love that, right? Like, it prompts your brain a little bit to be thinking about something funny rather than... And then I found a few other things I thought you might enjoy. Because who doesn't like a cute animal pic? I love this. Some creative mind saw these cats and thought, that's the shape of Chile and Argentina. I just love that. We're endlessly creative if we let that joy and creativity out. I've always been annoyed by those... To be honest, I've always been a little annoyed by those baby on board signs. I see a baby on board sign, and no offense if you have one of those in your vehicle, but I've always looked at them and thought, baby on board, what, you don't want me to drive in my usual crazy manner? Well, how is that going to help my driving? But I thought that was pretty funny. So it's shifted my idea about the baby on board signs. Here's a new emoji. Can you see it? It's a flip-flop, and it says, shut up. A little rude, but kind of cute. And this one, we regret to inform you that the class Coping with Disappointment 101 has been canceled. And I love this one, too. This is for us. Shout out to everyone who can still remember their childhood phone number, but can't remember the password they created yesterday. You are my people. So, lots of ways. And so and how do you feel now? Lighter. And are you still thinking about any worries you may have brought in with you? Now you are, because I reminded you, but prior to that. So after finding these images online, I left laughing. So why did I leave laughing this time compared to the other times I've been on social media? Awareness. Because I left laughing because I was looking for the joy. I wasn't looking to feel bad. I was looking for the joy. So that to me just speaks to that, really speaks to that idea that what we look with, I'm going to badly paraphrase whatever that saying is, but you know, the eyes you're looking with, that's going to generate what you see, right? Another way to generate joy is to look at the dark side of things and laugh in the face of it, like, ha ha, take that. So I was in a restaurant the other night with my sister, and we were talking about some serious health stuff. Like one person in the family had really bad news. And we're talking about that, and this waiter is waiting on us, and that's fine. And as he brings the bill, he says, gee, you guys looked like you were celebrating something. And we all were taken aback for a moment, and my sister said, well, yeah, being alive. But isn't that interesting that even though we were talking about very serious stuff, there was something about the way that we were talking in a hopeful, kind of a joyful way that this guy interpreted our conversation as celebrating. I just love that. I think that's that quiet joy that's there, no matter what is going on. My Uncle Pat was in the war, in the Second World War. He was actually one of the people that volunteered to tow one of the landing barges on the beach at Normandy. But he tells a story about the war. He doesn't talk about that. What he talks about is he was on board ship for a while, and he and some other enlisted men were siphoning whiskey from the bottles in the officers' mess. So they got caught. And he says that was the closest he came to dying in the war. All right? So we can look into the face of tough stuff and just say, ha, take that. And we're not the first generation to be through this. Our ancestors lived through world wars. They lived through depressions. They lived through all kinds of stuff. And they kept their chin up. They kept that optimistic attitude. And they just kept going because that's what you do. You let the joy, you let the joy in being alive carry you through. There's also laughter that doesn't need a reason. So there's another kind of laughter. If you've been on a spiritual path for any length of time, you've probably experienced this. It's that laughter that arrives without warning. It might happen, it doesn't need a punchline. It's not about anything that's happening, really. It's more like the feeling of being caught by something true. Does that make sense? So you're sitting in meditation, or you're watching the light change on a hillside, or you're doing the dishes, and suddenly you just feel your worries leave, and you just kind of get that little burst of life is good. Yeah? So in that moment, you can see how seriously you've been taking a story that was never as difficult as it pretended to be. Right? Life is can be seductive to believe in the negative, but we need to accentuate the positive. Finally, last way to see the joy in life is to catch yourself in the middle of your own drama and recognize the genre you're living in might be comedy. So have you ever been really worked up about something? You're really stewing in it, you're annoyed, and then suddenly step back and thought, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm seeing this in the worst possible way. And there's a little flash of humor in that because you can see the production, you can see the script, you can see the costume you're wearing, that thinker in you that can see what's happening. You can see the assembled cast of grudges and fears you brought together for just that occasion. And that flash of recognition is spiritual. It's that part of you that isn't lost in the drama. It's the part of you that can watch the movie of your life and notice with great tenderness that you've been writing a tragedy when you could just as easily be writing a comedy. And I'm not saying you need to be, rock and roll laughing through every minute of your day. What I am saying, though, is that it's important that we cultivate that sense of aliveness, that sense of joy. Holmes put it beautifully. Oh, I forgot to show you this one. Putting your problems in perspective. But Holmes said, confronted with unhappiness, I will unmask it also by seeing through this false face to the true countenance of joy. Right? That false face, the world looks so real, but we know that behind all the messiness, there is this truth that life is joy and love and peace and power. So I am going to give you, I'm going to come back to our title. What are you laughing at? The world asks that question as if laughter needs to justify itself. What are you laughing at? As if joy owes someone an explanation. But what if we turned the question around? What if the real question isn't, what are you laughing at? The real question is, what are you finally free enough to see? So this week I'm going to give you an assignment. If you don't like it, it was given to me by AI, so blame AI. So the assignment is, I'm going to give you an invitation sometime this week, it doesn't matter when, catch yourself. See if you can catch yourself taking something very, very seriously. You'll know the moment. Your jaw will be tight. Your breathing might be a little shallow. Your shoulders might be up here. Your inner monologue will sound like a prosecuting attorney. Anybody else get that besides me? And in that moment, instead of trying harder to solve the problem, see if you can step back. See if you can see the whole production. Notice the costume, notice the script, and see if a little laugh doesn't want to come up. If it does, let it. Don't judge it. Don't explain it. Just let the laugh be what it is, the sound of someone waking up. And if someone looks at you and says, "What are you laughing at?" just smile and say, "Everything and nothing. Isn't life wonderful?" Thank you. And always remember, I love you. Thank you. And elevation.
Sing along, the words are ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Here's a little song I wrote. I want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life, expect some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Be happy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't worry. Ooh, be happy. Ooh, don't worry, be happy. Ooh. Ain't got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed. Don't worry. Be happy. Your landlord say your rent is late. Uh-oh, he may have to litigate. Well, don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't worry. Ooh, be happy. Ooh, don't worry, be happy. Ooh, don't worry. Be happy. Ain't got no girl, ain't got no style. Ain't got nobody making you smile. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Be happy. 'Cause when you worry, your face will frown. And that will bring everybody down. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Ooh. Happy. Ooh, don't worry, be happy. bring it down. I want to hear these guys. Here we go.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Ooh, all right, let's sing it out. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Don't worry.
ooh,
Be happy.
ooh.
Yes, Louise. Yes.
Elevation.
Oh, gosh.
I love this band, and one of the things I love the best is at the very end of the service, when they're all done everything, they all just look at each other like, oh man, that was so much fun, and aren't we great? Yeah. Because they are. So now is the time when you can support the center. So if I could have the ushers grab the baskets, please, and you're welcome to put your part of your treasure in the baskets this morning. You're also welcome to make donations to the office at calgarycsl.org. You can go to the website, you can send a check, you can call the office. There are many ways that you can share your treasure with us. And many of you already share your time and your talent because we are the center, right? We are what makes this happen. So everything that you choose to offer into this spiritual home is appreciated. Thank you. And join us in singing another happy song about giving.
1, 2, 3.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Yeah!
Yay. And let us invite the kids. Here come the kids.
I'm little, I'm little, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if we sing it loud enough, we'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Happy Sunday. Thank you for being here. Oh, we had a lot of fun today. We do have a couple more kiddos, but they stayed back to help clean up the FunDay room, and Isabel and I are up here to represent. Today we had a small class, so it was a lot of fun to connect and create. So Sarah made a book from scratch, and Isabel made a beautiful cherry blossom image. I forgot the name of it. Cherry blossom. Thank you so much for bringing these kiddos here. It's always a really fun opportunity for us to connect and to hang out and explore science of mind in a very creative and unique way. Thank you for being here, and I hope you all stay warm. Thank you.
Thank you for Isabella. Thank you for Miss Rachel. Thank you for all the kids and the parents and the grandparents who bring them. Have a wonderful week, everyone. The blessing. Okay, are you ready? Infusing this room, this city, this world with this energy of love and light and peace and power, and sending it to wherever you envision it going. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Who cares what they see? Who cares what they know? First name is free, last name is dumb. You choose to believe in where we are from. Man's with flower, is in every living thing. Mind, choose your power. Spirit, use your wings. Freedom, 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 freedom. Hold on to me, don't let me go. Cheetahs need to eat, run antelope. First name is King, last name is Down. We do believe in every word. When a baby first breathes, when night sees sunrise, when a whale hunts the sea, when we all recognize us. Freedom. Freedom. We are from heat, the electric wonder. Does it shock you to see we left us the sun? Atoms in the air, organisms in the sea. The sun and yes man, we're all from the same thing. Freedom. Freedom!